while the New Testament doesn't talk specifically about beer, certainly he talks about the role of yeast and grain. We might have a larger fermenter, 100+ gallons of future beer, and that's not going to do anything until we get yeast in there to begin converting those sugars. So, you know, we're not kneading bread like the New Testament talks about, but we're in some ways using yeast to do something just as wonderful and miraculous, I think. You appreciate that when you sit down with a glass of beer, I think. You know, we don't pass out religious tracts with a beer, but when it comes to names, we try to incorporate things, traditional beer names. So we have Sister Mary Kolsch, we have Sister Betty Blonde, and Sister Betty's excited every time we have her beer on. There's a Sister Betty here. So we try to, in a friendly way, to reflect a little bit of the spirituality and religious history that comes with where we're at. There are even some cradle Catholics who, I can't believe the sisters would allow a brewery on their campus. And there's where we kind of, you know, to share a little bit of history about monastic life in monasteries, both women and men, and that they strove to be self-sufficient. So beer is sort of in their DNA. Benedictine tradition has been one of welcoming people, whether they're pilgrims walking from place to people now who may pull up after a long drive and say, ooh, what's this monastery all about? So we bring people here who otherwise would have never, I don't think, would come to a monastery. So, you know, we're here not just to sling them a beer, but to talk about, hey, where are you coming from? You know, and they tell us a little bit about themselves, and we try to welcome them just as the sisters would, or as Benedictines around the world would welcome guests to the monastery.